Hi guys, I was just making a video today because I, have these minimum OSDs, and the way they solder these pins in, it kind of sucks, and it makes them way too long. And you could reduce the size about an inch if you were to desolder these, flip them around on the bottom side, have them pointing inwards, and solder them back. It would, drastically shorten this at least an inch. I mean, if you don't, if you already have a couple of these, and you can't afford the micro OSDs, which, like I don't have money to spend on that, and I'm sure you guys don't either. So you can get a good inch off them, and plus then you don't have the pin, the little what's it called, servo cable sticking out too, which probably adds about another inch. Like once you got this guy on there, you're sticking out 3/4 of an inch on each side. So you could get that inside there too, which is going to keep you in this, 1.5 to 2 inch space there. So I want to show you guys today just how you can desolder them. Obviously flip them around and solder them back up. I just thought I'd share because it's a good idea to get it a little tighter inside those mini quads. And for the reason I'm doing it is my trifecta here. I know it's probably kind of hard to see behind that magnifying glass, but there's not much room on them. Right back there on the top is where I'm trying to fit it, and I don't have that much room there. I wish I had the micro one. It would fit perfect right there. I'm gonna order one eventually, but for now I'm gonna do this and she'll fit right on there. So without further delay, we'll get to it. Alrighty. Now the trick of what you want to do is, if you don't have one of these little magnifying clamp holders, you might want to get a friend with a pair of pliers and wrap it and gently have them hold it, or try to find something that's stable, that it's not going to move around in, that can hold it vertically, something you can put in between two book holders for your shelves or whatever, pin it in between that. Just try to find something so you can hold it, because you're going to need 2 free hands. One, you also get the end of a servo, because when you warm these things up, these pins move around. That little piece of plastic does not keep them together, trust me. And also it gives you something to hold on to it while you come in here, and you want to touch both pins at the same time. So you heat them up both equally. Yeah, let me get on here. And once you get that solder warmed up, pop right off. And you want to come back here and clean junk off them, so you can pin them back in the other way. So, that one. So there's a good example of what I mean. See how it just slides right on there? That's why you want one of these guys. Just gonna do the next one. Now I'm not gonna do them all. I'm just gonna do one side here, so you guys can get the idea and go do it yourself. Save some room. Yeah, they're done that. Sometimes it takes a couple goes. But you can also put the servo clip here. There we go. Also gives you some leverage on that puppy. If you have that, you can twist them off like that. So that helps. Just put a finger on there, 2 fingers on that, and just pry it off. So that's all you gotta do. It helps tremendously if you can have 2 free hands on one of these servo holders. Let's do it. I'm gonna just do this quickly. Now what you would do is have this Yeah, it's kind of hard to get in here. Hold on 1 second. Let me get around so I can get this in. It's still a little dirty. A little better. Alright. Hopefully good enough. Hope so. Anyways. If not, a little trick. You can warm it up real fast. And if you have like one of those little sponges for your soldering, just get it right next to that so you can wipe it real quick. Once you warm the pin up, just wipe it down in that sponge real quick, and it'll hopefully help you get some out. But anyways, let's get back in here. Actually, I might use some these other guys. They look a lot better. Just because I want to get this done quickly, so it's not a long video. I'm already making it too long as it is. Trying to get done. Alright. Here we go. Alright. These holes look somewhat clean. You're gonna have to warm those holes up too with that junk in there, unless you have a surface mount, you know, desoldering sucker, whatever, majig. You could suck that solder right out, but I don't feel like getting hung out right now. I just feel like warming it up. Pin, warm that hole up. There, it's starting to go in. Okay, now we got it going. Right, now! Yeah, watch out. Make sure you hold it there for a second, I guess. There we go. Kind of want to get it in there at an angle, too. So the pins are a little bit out like that. Just helps you have plenty of room. I'll actually suck this guy in a little farther up. Don't burn yourself. There you go. Get that in there all the way tight. Also, it'd be a good idea to get a piece of heat shrink, and before you get done with one side, try to slip a piece of heat shrink on here, because with these guys on the top now, it's probably going to be the bottom where you mount it. So you kind of want that, all those surface components protected, unless you know, mount this to the bottom, you know, whatever, or put a big piece of foam tape on the bottom here so these guys don't get damaged. You know, since you did this, you're probably gonna have this resting on wherever it's mounted. Also, sorry about that, damn GoPro died on me. But anyways, yeah, that's a way you can save a good probably 1.5 inches altogether. You desolder all those guys and then resolder them in the other way around. If you guys subscribe, I'm going to be doing a review on the Quantum tricopter from Hobby King. I just got all done building with the NAS 32 full board with GPS and programmable LEDs. I'll show you how a good way you can make these LEDs nice and clean by heat shrinking, you know, the connectors right there. After you solder them, it makes it look a lot cleaner. Also, a few tips on, you know, having the wiring as minimum as possible, and layout of your LEDs so you have little wire, because you have to have these all in series. So if you were just have, say, these LEDs down here, you're gonna have one big long wire coming all the way back down to go over to the other side or whatever. So I'll give you some tips on how to mount your LEDs so you have short wire, you know, distances, and having LEDs laid out so you can have them right next to each other and just do a big loop. Also, you know, just the review on this guy. I know it's kind of a popular one out there right now, but there's a couple of tips I want to share with you if you're just got this guy and you're about to build them, that can be quite helpful, because there's some little problems with this frame, that just space wise and also part wise, but I can give you a couple of hints to help you minimize that problem. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and tune in and subscribe if you want to see the next video. Alright, thanks.